Hello everybody! It's Dr. John back with more Pokemon Yellow. In the previous episode we took a little bit more touring here at Celadon City and discovered that the Celadon City's casino is actually Team Rocket's secret base of operation here. And today we shall tear it down because in Pokemon World a 10-year-old brat can pretty much do the job that would normally pretty much require an entire police institution to do. Video game logic, especially Nintendo logic. You just gotta love it. Anywho, once again, this is another fairly hot summer day. And so, let's here, at the start, play a little game of try to guess whatever the heck I'm holding within the reach of my hand. Is it a coffee? Is it a cola? The answer is... just some juice. What, were you expecting me to say beer? Heck no, I hate alcohol. Speaking of which, to just make this start of the commentary as bizarre as possible, as this is probably one of the things that you don't usually start talking within an LP episode, but what the heck, might as well. Anywho, speaking about alcohol and beer in general, there's actually sort of a little story on just how I can't seem to take any alcohol at all. This day goes back a few years. You see, a few years ago I visited my big brother's place. At the time he was living in the capital city because his actual apartment at his hometown, well, his actual home city, they happened to be under repair at the time, and so he decided to invite me one day, and I happily accepted the invitation and went to meet him and his family. So at the evening, when the capital city was all lit up like a Christmas tree, we watched the lights out the window. Apparently everyone were in a good mood, and so my brother decided that as I was full age at the time, he decided to offer me a little bit of drink, and what he offered me was a half a wine glass of white wine. And I thought myself, you know, it's very mild white wine, it's not gonna do anything to me, so I happily drank it down, and I think I might have actually had another similar shot right afterwards. After that, I just went to sleep normally. And just to cut this very interesting and weird story to start the episode, I actually went off screen and taught Ampero no Thunderbolt because sadly he cannot naturally learn any that good electric type moves, so this is pretty much God sent for him. And especially helps us deal with these annoying flying types. Down you go, ZUBAT. Anywho, where was I? Oh yes, so after I've woken up on the next day when I returned back home, I basically got back to my parents because I was living with my parents at the time yet. I still didn't have my own current apartment yet. And just so conveniently as I had gotten back, wouldn't you know it, I got an hangover. I got an hangover over an half a wine glass of white wine. Mild one, mind you. It wasn't like the kind of hangover where you like completely throw up all the time, but I was feeling very nauseous all the time. I had to visit the bathroom just about every freaking 5 minutes, and overall I was feeling very awful, so it was legitimate freaking hangover. And that's why, my friends, my buddy definitely messaged me that alcohol is not meant for me. And that concludes our happy story hour. And I didn't mean to change, we're actually gonna keep Terra out there because I'm actually hoping that we can get him to evolve in this episode. Because when he does, well, let's just say Terra or Diglett in general happens to be one of those Pokemon that gain quite a nice pop-up when they naturally evolve. So yeah, definitely want to give this thing a shot, and yeah, let's keep Terra out there because there's now we don't have any reason to change him out, because we now have a move that can deal with these flying types, a type that Terra wouldn't normally be even able to hit. But with that, down goes ZUBAT, and come on! RATICATE, okay, we might as well change here, because RATICATEs tend to be a little bit annoying, because they have the irritating habit of spamming Hyper Fang, which usually ends up taking almost pretty much the half of the HP of your Pokemons at this point of the game. Or, I don't know, is it that actually its entire function to help your opponent's HP? I don't know, I can't remember, but anywho, let our epic G-Breaker handle this. Bubble Beam the bitch, and I actually should probably steal. Oh wow, one shot, nice one! Okay, how you go up one level but Terra didn't? Something's going reverse with your demands for experience, guys. Something's going in reverse. Anywho, this... well, let's just say this is the introduction to... shall we say, one of the more annoying puzzle elements you will know in this game. Moving tiles. These tiles, as you can see, they basically make you move automatically at the direction of the arrow. This doesn't seem too bad, but trust me, there is a one place later in the game, pretty much near the end of it, which just spams the hell out of this gimmick, and it is ungodly annoying to navigate. Ooh, Nugget, that's free 5,000 Pokédollars right there, pretty damn nice catch. And over here we have Moonstone. Jesus Christ, we are getting a ton of those. And I don't have really anything that I would evolve with them. At least not with the team setup that I'm going for with this LP. TM7, let me see, what is that? I'm actually kinda hoping that the one TM I'm recalling could be actually found here. If not, then that just means I actually have to buy the damn thing. Horn Drill. No, not that good. Actually, in some of my earlier plays of this game, I've actually used Nidoking, and for Nidoking, Horn Drill is actually a pretty damn good move. It's sort of a high-risk move, but with a strong Pokemon like Nidoking or some other, it can work out pretty well. But I just currently don't have any plan to use it in our current team setup. And now let's move over here and let's see. Upper takes us to this top one. This is pretty easy to mess up right here. If you accidentally take that lower one, it's going to push you pretty much all the way to the start. So yeah, these kind of puzzles tend to be really damn annoying. Anywho, we got over here. We have elevator here, however we cannot really do anything with it because we need elevator key, and that we can only get by kicking some gangster ass. So heading deeper in here and... Yep, we're good to go, just had to check. Although I really shouldn't even worry about these guys, because the funny thing is, Usually when you storm a Team Rocket base in whichever town they're settling, as you can tell, they usually tend to have a little bit under-leveled Pokemons for that point of the game, so yeah, unless you've been lucky with Pokemon training yourself, you really shouldn't have any problems raiding these places. We're gonna keep Ampero out there. Let's see. Get this one. Ooh, one shot! Very nice, very nice. Very nice. Another Raticate? Are you pretty serious? Okay, let's bright these sons of bitches. Roasted rat coming up in line. Ew, that sounds actually disgusting, or I don't know. Oh well, I guess roasted rat could be eatable, but you just need to make goddamn sure that it's deep fried, so that there's nothing that you can catch from it. Wow! Okay, so I started the episode by talking about my experiences with alcohol, and now I just made a rat. I asked the question if roasted rat is actually good. My mind is in such a weird dimensions tonight, folks. My mind is just blown out of that atmosphere and blown into some ungodly proportions of other dimensions. And I just realized that sentence didn't make any goddamn sense, so yeah, that just further proves that I'm currently bloody insane. Hyper potion, hell yeah! And one more item to stock up on. Trust me, you really want to stock up on every single goddamn free hyper potion you can find, because A, those things are really goddamn expensive, and B, you are going to need them a lot in the last section of the game, trust me. Anywho, let's deal with this jackass and intruder alert. Oh shit, you only noticed. Do they have any sort of like common alarm system in this place? Talk about freaking weekly a guarded base, for God's sake. Well, I don't know. I don't think poison was resistant to thunder. No, it wasn't. Okay. I just wasn't sure because I actually tried to think it with normal human logic. Which, of course, as we know, doesn't apply in Pokemon World, because when you think about it, if you try to strike lightning at a bottle of poisonous chemicals, it's not necessarily... Well, actually, now that I think about it, it would actually kind of blow it up, so yeah, I guess there is some logic into Tantra beating poison, but whatever. Use rock. Wait, what? Wow, I'm having my mind set on the later generation. I always forget that in this generation, I've actually started forgetting myself that in this generation you can hit Koffings with ground type moves. God, my mind is seriously messed up today, and yet somehow it's also been able to guarantee me for actually making some decent commentary today, and hurrah! Up with one level. Nice one, Mr. Terra. Nice one. Oh, you're gonna throw another Koffing? Well, I say to you, bad choice, buddy, because you just don't how our proud... Actually, I'm not gonna finish that word. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I think you guys could have probably guessed what I was about to say, and if I would have spurred it out, my god, the double mindness. Or the dirty mindness to be exact. Anywho, we defeated yet another rocket gangster. I can't do it! Apparently you can't. And hell yes! Terra is evolving. And he evolves into... 3 fatter Dicklets that somehow are considered as a separate Pokemon. Evolution. Okay, first generation logic. logic, and yet people always claim that the first generation was the most original one. I just went there, and haters gonna hate. But yeah, I mean, seriously, that really is just basically just three dicklets clumped together. How is that supposed to be any more original than the newer Pokemon designs? I mean, I've seen the Pokemon designs from current generations, and I gotta say, those are actually kind of freaking creative. Some of them are playing with their names, some are picking up some pretty clever references, and etc, etc. Okay, enough talking about that, let's just continue on raiding this goddamn place upside down. And apparently this place's security system runs by completely on verbal communication. What are you guys stuck on? Are you guys like high-tech on every other regard, but on actual, well, you know. Oh wow, brain fart. On an actual communication technology, you're stuck on freaking Stone Age, huh? There we go, actually said that, no, I don't think... Nope, it wasn't resistant. Oh, that was a critical hit, okay, I was about to say. And another matchup, well, too bad for ya. We actually have our Drowsy in stock just for these kind of situations. Mind over muscle, bitch! Oh, low kick me. Yeah, nice try, buddy. That can do check fly. And down it goes. Actually, now that I think about it, even Troshi, wow, that was a weird way to pronounce it. Anyway, I think even Drowsy is starting to get to be pretty close to level up. So I don't know, maybe we get to see his evolved form during this LP, or maybe not, because we're not actually gonna use Drowsy that much, or actually that might talk about, there is actually one gym that he's going to be a freaking godsend, so yeah, we are definitely going to see his evolution during this LP. But he's still not gonna be our final team member, so yeah. Anywho, we got a new TM, let me see what it is. And double it! Oh, hell yeah, okay. Okay, well, this wasn't the TM I said earlier that I was hoping to get from here because I didn't even remember this was available here, but now that I found it, I'm definitely gonna use this double edge. Freaking strong, normal type attack. And just like the name suggests, it's a double-edged attack. Basically what it means that it can deal a massive amount of damage to your opponent, but in return you gain some of the damage back to yourself. That can be a little bit problematic, however, if you teach it to some Pokemon with pretty high attack stats and with high HP, like, let's say, our Chi Breaker here, that move is going to freaking tear things up. It's going to destroy everything on its goddamn path. And we're gonna get rid of Tackle. There we go. Freaking double edge. Now, I would've perhaps considered teaching that to our Jolteon, but Jolteon isn't really that much of a powerhouse compared to Gyarados, and Double Edge is definitely meant to be a powerhouse move, so yeah, I didn't feel like using it on Jolteon. Yeah, whether that was a good decision or bad one, well, that's just about to each and everyone's own judgment. Now, let me see, I think we need to hit the middle one. Yes, I think I was correct. Indeed I was, okay. That doesn't activate the battle, but we have to fight that guy when we try to actually get back up, so that is still going to be a required fight. we're pretty much hitting the 20-minute marker here. I might actually need to stop this episode soon enough. Let me see if I can at least get this last, or actually this isn't the last floor, but at least if I could still get this floor done in this episode before I have to call it the quits. I really hope so, so there won't be that much to explore in the next episodes. And oh, actually, yeah, okay, kinda lucky that we actually got here, because this is actually the guy that we pretty much need to find from this place, because this guy is the one holding the elevator key. However, at first, let me see that TM I picked up. I can never recall what these are on top of my head, which I apologize, but... Razor Wind, okay. Hold on, Razor... Yeah, Razor Wind, it's a flying type move. I actually kinda was confusing it with Razor Leaf, but yeah. It's a flying type move and pretty strong one. But we don't currently have flying type Pokemons, and although Gyarados is partially a flying type, he still cannot really learn any flying type moves. Once again, video game and especially Nintendo logic. That anything that has the ability or features to fly still cannot learn some things that they should naturally learn. You just gotta both love and hate the logic of these games at the same goddamn time. Anywho. Who has the link? Are you trying to outsmart me? Sorry buddy, I played this game in like, what, 200 times already? You cannot fool me anymore. Pretty much that full summary stopped working like, oh, I don't know, after the first time you did it. God knows how many years ago, and wow, I actually need to put some censoring into this episode, holy crap. Anywho, Thunderbolt. Wow, that was a really weird way to pronounce it. Me and my grammar are truly shining through today. Oh, you're gonna throw a ZUBAT? Well, be my my guest. There we go. I'm just gonna turn it into a bright fat wings. And for some reason, I'm now singing the 60s Batman tune in my head. Okay, I'm starting to think that I'm seriously losing my sanity here for some reason. Maybe due to this heat. Anywho, he drops the lift key. That enables us to use the lift. Finally. But I think since we are hitting pretty much somewhere around the 25-minute mark, I think this is pretty good spot to stop, because we really don't have that many battles coming up anymore in this place, and we are pretty much going to meet the head honcho of this place in the next episode. So I think we might as well keep the tension for that building up as you wait for the next exciting episode of Pokemon Yellow, when we shall put an end to this Team Rocket's operation here at Celadon City. Until that time though, while my sanity is still somewhat intact today apparently, Dr. John, thank you guys for watching and saying bye-bye everyone, see ya next time!